Hello everybody, welcome back again to the Michael Chekhov Studio London Q&A. Today we have a very interesting question. As always, they're all very good. We're loving the question. But today's question is coming today from Buenos Aires in Argentina. And I'm very jealous because I wish I was there because it's so cold here at the moment and I know it's summer there. So the person sending this question from Argentina is Julian, and he's asking a very interesting question. I'm going to read it for you. He says, "Hi Inigo, I'm an actor from Argentina. My name is Julian, and I would like to know how can I train my emotions, affective memory, and crying." That's really interesting. Very common question as well. So let's analyze it, and I will answer it part by part because it's actually three questions in one. How do I train my emotions? In order to train your emotions, first you gotta understand what emotions or feelings are. And you see, it's really interesting if we just look at the name. Emotion, emotion, in motion. It's all about movement, as I have said in other videos. So we don't start with emotions or feelings first because we cannot will or make feelings or emotions. We can create them, and creation is about relationships, meaning we have to relate with something that is outside of us. Yeah, and out of that relationship, out of that meeting, out of that encounter, something happens, an emotion is born. But you cannot will it, you cannot make it, you cannot do it. You can create it, but remember, creating is about relationships. So what am I relating with? With the world of imagination. And that involves movement, that involves the space where I am. So emotion, in motion, movement. Movement in the space where I am. And that will involve also directions in space. Okay? So what I wanted to get out of all of this is don't start with feelings first, and you cannot will them. Okay? Then let's move on. I'll come back to this. Let's move on to how can I train affective memory? If we work this way with the Chekhov approach, knowing that we're working with the world of imagination in relationship with it, we tap into the emotion, but we don't recreate the emotion. We're not recreating, we are creating. If we use memory of affection, which is thinking about something that happened to me similar to what's happening to the character, so I can be in a similar situation and feel something, I'm recreating something that happened to me in the past, that it may not even be accurate, but it's a very mental approach. And the problem with this, it's very hard to get out from the mind, from the intellect, and transform or change or alter the space. And that's ultimately what we do with acting. We're transforming the space where we are in motion with emotions, and we want to get out to meet the world of imagination. So something happens in the space, something is transformed, and then we can touch the audience. We can be moved by emotions, moved the audience. You see, it's all quite objective and non-emotional and quite in the space. Motion, movement, touching. You see, it's all gesture, it's all relationships with the space in an imaginative way, spatial imagination. So thinking about, like things that happen to you, affective memory, all of that. What I find, that's why I find Chekhov so useful, it's not safe, because if you have to think about a trauma every night, that's not going to be fun. Then it's not objective, because that's your subjective experience. It's happening inside of you. It's not happening outside. Then it's not artistic, because has nothing to do with the play or with the character. It's your own story, you see, and it's a closed system. You can only go to what has happened to you. But the advantage of imagination is that it's an open system, so you can tap into anything. It's imagination. It's really the world of the potential, and that's available. It's there. Everything that can be, it already is in the world of imagination. So if you develop a technique in which you can tap into all of that possibility, that source of creation, it's much more interesting. And then you're actually feeling and sensing the character's feelings, not yours. we're a bit tired. We already do that every day in our lives and recreate that. And it's time to, just leave that behind. And theatre tickets are not cheap. People are not paying to see you. They want to see the character, okay? What else? Crying. I'll get into that in a minute, and I will link that with the beginning of this answer. Crying, first of all, I want to say, is a little bit overrated. We think that if I can cry, I'm a good actor. I've seen actresses, especially, but also actors who are very good at crying, and they think if they cry, they're great. And they're very good at crying, but that's as much as they can do. And other very talented actors and actresses that are, it's not so easy for them to cry for whatever reason, but then they're great actors. So don't take it as, if I can cry, I'm good. If I can't, I'm not good, okay? There's a technique so you can cry. Many ways to approach that in an imaginative way. One would be, for example, we can use, since I've been talking about emotion and touching and space, you can use directions in space, going down, for example. Okay, so I will do it very quickly because you need to build up this technique and this exercise in order to understand it, but I'll put my iPad there and try to give you a brief demonstration, okay? So I need to start in neutral. I'm going to connect with the low to the down direction in space. So first I need to be in a neutral position. Sense this neutrality in my number 2, in my inner life. If my body is neutral, how am I feeling inside? Always take this connection with you, okay? And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lower my center, my attention, my focus. I'm going to take it down to the floor. So I'm paying attention to my feet touching the floor, okay? And then I'm going to take it further down, as further as I want, okay? And let's see what happens, okay? So it's just, I'm going to connect with gravity. Gravity is here, all around me. It's operating on me. Otherwise, I would be floating. So I'm just going to sense gravity pulling me down. I'm going to connect with that and take it down, 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 down. Okay? So I start to go down. It's movement. You see? It's movement. I'm moving in the downward direction in space. And something begins to happen. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna cry now because it would be awkward, but I think you get what I mean, right? I start to go down and I don't have to do anything. Things will begin to happen to me. And now I can play a bit and try to resist it, but I'm about to be in tears, but I don't want to cry. Anyway, I could play with that, with my center going down and then trying to bring it up again and then going down. And I'm playing against gravity, you see, and it's giving me something like an experience in the space that I'm not only experiencing here. It's in the whole body and in the space. Okay, Julian, I hope that helps. Everyone else, keep sending us your question. We're loving them. Please subscribe if you like these videos, like, comment, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.